Let's try this again. Ooh, is that Bon Jovi? I'm wasting away. I got the song stuck in my head. It's gonna go on forever. Dang it! What have I done? All right. Why am I on here? Flipping COPPA. COPPA. Anyway. So, I've sat right here in this very spot, and I've gave instruction on unit movement and guerrilla warfare. I have covered crazy acronyms and all sorts of crazy tactics and stuff, and coached people on firearms and all kinds of stuff, and 4 years, man, I've sat right here and just talked about the craziest stuff. And I make adjustments. 2 years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, I had to start a Patreon to cover, the massive amounts of videos I wasn't allowed to post anymore. And then I had to start sharing those videos on Patreon, and some of the live streams that were going to get kind of iffy, that if I couldn't talk about anywhere else, I had to shift them over there. And it's worse now. It's even worse now. I used to have to make so many adjustments. Back about a year ago, I think, it's roughly about a year ago, I grand total deleting over 198 videos. It was about that amount, 196, 198, something like that, give or take. And I saved them all. I put them all in files, and then some of them I took out of the loop, out of the mix, and then I had to shift them over to Patreon and things like that. And I adjust all the time. I'm always, I'm adjusting for the current events, the life around me, and other people's opinions of things. And there's people that don't agree with what we do here. There's here on YouTube, there's people that don't agree with the outcome and all that stuff. I didn't get on here. This is one thing that I didn't do. I never coached people as I made videos, and every time I made videos, to join Patreon. And hey, it's $1 a month. It's $1 a month, man. It's like I said before, it's the same cost as a cup of coffee. And that technically isn't what this video is about. It's about the future of Step One Survival and where it's going to go now. Because of COPPA and their lawsuit and all of this craziness going on, and the FTC, it's called the FTC. I know I word it wrong sometimes. It sounds like I'm saying FCC. It's FTC. But because of the FTC, if you're not in compliance per video, you'll be fined $42,530. $42,530 per video. And wrap your mind around it. That's per video. And I'm having to adjust. I'm having to adjust again. Because you have to mark your content, and this is going to affect a lot of channels. I know a lot about the platform. I know a lot about all the little widgets that go with it. And here's the thing. If it's for children, then it's for children, and there is a YouTube Kids. Okay, it has all that stuff. And then over on the other side, there's this new thing now. You have to make a selection, so you can choose to make your channel not for kids. Okay, here's the thing. You can choose to make your channel not for kids. Okay, you can choose to make individual videos not for kids, but keep your channel kid friendly. You can still be like that. For some, not me. I have to switch the channel, and this goes with a lot of other people. The wife, for granted, for example, she likes to watch crocheting, right, and quilts, and quilts being made and crocheting being made, and she likes watching people make pinwheels for days, and watching people make fuzzy little bunnies and all kinds of cool stuff. With this current event, I've almost about faced and walked away, and I've almost pulled out of all of it, just to be done with it and all together. But I don't quit. I'm not a quitter, and I continue to work and do this stuff. And it's goes back once again to the original reason. A lot of you already know this. The original reason why I am here. I continue to do that. This is distracting for me. This helps me deal. This helps me deal with all of my issues. This is deeper than, you know what I mean? This is way deeper. And I don't just do it for myself. I don't just make these videos for me. I receive letters on the side constantly, emails and letters that say, you're helping me get through stuff. You're giving me something else to do, something like-minded that you can relate to. And I don't like watching cable, and I like watching stuff like this. This is more entertaining for me. And to hear that, I know it's not just about helping me deal with myself. 4 years ago, walking into the VA and getting instructions on what I should do now to help cope. What did you like to do? I liked making videos. We'll go back to doing that. This is why I'm here. And I don't just do it for me anymore. I do it for other people. There's other people out there that really enjoy what I do. All right. I'm stressed. I'm stressed out really bad. I had to run through the channel, and overall I had 2,500 videos, and now I think it's probably showing 800 or probably less. But I had to modify, and I went on a downloading spree, and I gathered up everything I could and deleted a lot, and I'm left with what I'm left with. And some folks out there that have YouTube channels, if they had to delete a 200,000 view video, they would probably lose their mind. But me, I thought about that. Well, is it worth it? Is it worth it to, possibly get in trouble for that, or whatever the case? And it could be smoke. All this could be just a bunch of smoke. But then again, I don't take any chances. So, delete, and here I am. I've had to get rid of thumbnails. Here's the thing, is once you switch it to not for kids, then this is what happens. Because you can overall select your channel as not for kids, or you can do individual videos. And this is because of the COPPA ruling, and the FTC is basically going to be using YouTube as the barrel, and all the creators are the fish. And it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel, right? It's the best way of saying it. And they're going to be looking for an example. They're going to be looking for an example to make. And I guarantee you, and you're going to have to self-designate. If you're doing this, creating stuff, creating content, you can't rely on YouTube to tell you, hey, your stuff's been flagged, or this. You're going to have to self-designate. You're going to have to really focus at this. And some folks out there will probably even have to get a lawyer just to even stay on YouTube. And this is the other, this goes with, here's the thing, not for kids. This takes you out of the loop because so many folks have kids and things like that. And then you might actually look at, hey, this is the next interesting video for you. And it won't show Step 1 Survival there. It's going to show The Late Show or something, or Joe Rogan special or something, right? It's going to show something else. And my videos won't be able to be added to a playlist anymore. Pretty soon, you're not going to have that feature anymore. You won't be able to add me to a playlist, because there's that possibility that someone who shouldn't be watching it's going to watch it, and then blah, 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 that kind of thing. Because it's marked as not for kids. And that's the thing. This is also going to fall in, like I said, crocheting channels and all that stuff. That's not for kids. So they're going to have to mark it as not for kids. And then once they do that, that takes them into the loop of they're dangerous. And you're not going to be able to add them to a playlist and go back and say, man, I want to watch that crocheting video about that fuzzy bunny. And you'll go there and it's not there anymore. It's gone forever. And the only way to find it is to go to that individual channel and hit the search. And that's probably what it's going to come down to. Or basically my playlists I have, I believe those will still stay up. I'm going to go through and reorganize them. They're going to be very nice and neat, and all the stuff in order the way they're supposed to be. And like the SHTF stuff will be SHTF stuff and stuff like that. I'll probably go back and clean a few things up. There's a few things I had to get rid of and delete, and I'm not done. I only got part of it done, and I still have a lot more work to do to finish all of it. And as I clean house, a lot of the content like live streams and things like that are going to have to be marked as up 18 and up, because of some of the content like we talk about in there could be scary or frightening, because you're not for kids. What is not for kids? So it's not like it's like 12 and up. Okay, so that's like the age bracket for that. So it's like 12 and up. And so you got to think about that. Do you want a 12-year-old listening to stories of some of the things that I've discussed here on the channel? It could be pretty graphic for certain age groups. I feel pretty bad about it, that it's got to come down to this, but to protect myself and, at 42,500, I'm just saying, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I throw that extra $30 in there too. Forgot about that one. But yeah, it's a lot of money per video. So, and a lot of the things like I had to clear out was like thumbnails. Like if it shows like Mr. Rogers thumbnail, that's enticing to a child. They might want to click on it thinking it's Mr. Rogers, but it's just SHTF with Mr. Rogers or something. So I'm not allowed to do any of that trash anymore. And T-Rex is no longer with us, and because that's inviting to children, and so that's another problem that I have. So rest in peace, T-Rex. You won't be with us. There can be the every now and then pop-up of T-Rex, but I can't do it as often with this going on. I know, right? It's enticing to children, so that's part of the fines if you do things that are enticing to children. So I'm just throwing it out there. It's just another thing that's in the awesome perks of the ruling, and what I was reading about from the FTC and what they'll be going after and things like that. Right? I'm stressed, man. It's a lot of work. And I've been spending the past 2 days going through video after video, and like my eyes hurt, and I'm just done with doing it. I'm so tired of doing it. I have tons of videos to make. I have tons and tons of videos to make. And there's going to be some awkwardness on YouTube for doing some of this stuff. And the pay-for-play sites that a lot of folks talk about, that, hey man, go over here, go over there, they're going to be connected with the same routine. So you're going to have to really watch what you do from now on. You're going to have to self-designate everywhere. It doesn't matter. It's not just with YouTube, it's with everywhere. So you're going to have to face it. It's not about you. The best way of dealing with it is like if you're doing something that, like, think for yourself and think about it for a minute and say, do I really need, a 12 and up watching this, or should this be 18 and up? And then once you switch things 18 up, because you have the option, I was like, dang man, I just finished those Mead videos and I had to go and delete them. That sucks. I mean, that's just one more thing that I have to do, and it's painful, man. All this work, and I'm having to clear out a ton of stuff, and it's all right. I mean, I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. I just changed my wording. It's just like I said before, when the little bot kept picking up on words I was saying and things like that, and I just had to make sure I didn't hit the wickets and hit those words. So, but I still got my point across, and it's just some things that I have to adjust again, and what I do, and I just have to watch what I do. So pay close attention and make sure that doesn't happen. But for some of you, like if you still want the more gory stuff, which is, there's going to be a ton of it, because I've already slid a whole bunch of it to the side, and to post on the Patreon. If you want to help, and you don't mind spending $1, for for my content and downloadable content. I have downloadable content on there as well. I split things up because there's different sections of it. Some of the downloadable content's more intense, so it goes up with the pledge. So keep that in mind. Also, for some of you out there that don't know, and this also goes with Patreon members that want stickers and things like that. All they have to do is shoot me a private message with on Patreon with their address, so I can ship those out. And it's all about gathering stamps and envelopes and things like that for shipping and stuff. But I usually keep a fresh supply of stickers. I have a ton of those things, and patches and everything else I'm still working on. Tons of stuff that's getting finished up. And anyway, but the more gory stuff's gonna lean more over there. So if you want to support, if you want to be a part of the team, and Team SOS over there, and you want to jump into some of the live streams that are going to be over there, I can't do them. I mean, we tried setting it up Saturday night, and there was all this legal stuff that started popping up, and I said, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I mean, that's a lot of money. If I get in trouble, it's a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't want that to happen. So I'm pretty sure that you're on the same sheet of music as me, and it's like, man, keep it safe and keep putting out the content and do it the right way and just follow the rules and just, you know what I mean. It's I agree. Whatever you're probably going to say, I agree with it's awful and it's got to come down to this and things like that, but it has. But there'll still be content. I'm still making content. I have tons of awesome leatherwork videos coming. That's going to be super cool. And I finally got that sewing machine working. I can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be awesome. But it's doing some fine work, and I got it all tweaked out, and it's working really good. I'm really enjoying using this. Finally being able to stitch with a machine, an industrial sewing machine is awesome. And what's the other thing? I've still got tons of boxes. Like I've got like the homeless project still a go, all that stuff still a go. So some of those things are still normal. And I mean, you can call it what you want. You can call it G-rated content and things like that. Say whatever you want, but at least it's still here, right? At least it's still here, and I just have to watch my mouth, and that's pretty much what it boils down to. That also goes with the new policy that hits December 10th, and a lot of you are probably concerned about that as well, and that falls into a lot of the content. And like I said, if I go marking stuff, the 18 plus, like I'll have to start marking the live streams as 18 plus. What does that mean? It's unfortunate that I can't bring in, Jimmy that's freaking 14 or 15 or whatever, into these chats. And, they want to learn little tricks and cool ideas and stuff. And, the effect that some of the things that if, I'm talking about might have on them, that is my concern. And that's the concern that goes with this COPPA thing. It's a concern that goes with the FTC. So I have to be very careful what I say. And like I said, those are they're going to have to be switched. So if you ever see one, it'll come up with a giant warning. This is dangerously awful, scary content. And anyway, but everyone on Patreon will be perfectly fine with if they see that. Nobody cares, because we're all on the same sheet of music, so nobody cares. The community section's back up on Patreon for those of you that are watching this, if you missed it. But I saw it the other day. It looks like the community section's back up, so we can chat in there again. And so like random photos and stuff. And I'm going to do some more coaching videos on how to do this, adding your content on there as well. So some of you that want to add stuff, I know there's always been some kind of hiccup with joining chats and things, but I'm looking at some other options for the live stream stuff, so I won't have to go through the platforms that I go through. I'll go through some different platforms, so and that'll make it a little bit easier for folks to jump into the chat with us. And also the giveaways, there's tons of giveaways, and I don't ever talk about Patreon on YouTube, so I feel bad I don't mention the Patreon thing. I don't want you guys to think of me as like, oh, there he goes again talking about Patreon. I don't want it to sound like that. But we do giveaways every flipping month, man. We do book of the month, and we gave away a reloader last this last time. We gave away a reloader. We gave away a box, a huge box full of gear, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's crazy, crazy. And I didn't post pictures of it. It was someone's gonna get it, and Keith got that, and I'm pretty sure when he gets it, he's probably gonna get it today. It's probably coming in the mail today. His monsters box. The book was cool. There's a ton of books that I get that are SHTF related, and I do what I do is I read them, and then I finish reading them up, and then I just set them to the side, and then I put that in a giveaway, and somebody else gets it. It's like, so it goes to somebody else. But I do 3 giveaways per month, and 3 different people win something. And with that, like this month, I'm giving away a bow, and everyone voted. I give everybody the option. It was kind of neck and neck between giving away a kukri and then giving away a bow. But every month we do a giveaway. I've given away 1 bow so far, and let's see, Dad on YouTube got that one. I think he got that one. And then, but the bow that I'm giving away this time is a takedown. It's a pack bow. It's like yay big, and it's a pack bow. And I've got a few different ones, but I thought that would be a cool one to give away in this one. And a packable bow with takedown arrows, so it's kind of cool. And it also goes with gear. So someone's going to get another box full of crazy gear. And it's random. It's random selection. No one knows who's getting what. And it's just a lot of fun to play. So it's a lot of fun to play the game. See who's getting something from me. It's just me giving something to you. So that's all it is. It's nothing, not breaking any laws. So keep that in mind. Anyways, but yeah, we have the largest, I think we have the largest prepper library on the internet right now. I think as far as craziness, I think it's the biggest that I've ever seen. And instructions to find stuff and things, you just message me and I can help you out for any of you that jump on there. But anyway, the link will be below, and I'll have a ton of other links. If you want to sign a petition for this FTC ruling, if you want to sign a petition for that, to try and change the way this is going, because right now it's so severe that they're getting pretty crazy, and it's almost going to kill freaking people posting videos for anyone ever. So keep that in mind, and I gotta get back to work. I've got stuff, tons of cool stuff I've got to make videos about. But anyways, I'll leave you guys with that. Hopefully I'll see you over there. And I'm stressed, man. I'm stressed, but I'm gonna get through it because I'm not a quitter. But I love you guys, and God bless.